Peace, y'all. Happy Thursday. Hopefully, you can hear me. Did not test my mic before I got on. It's okay. As the title of this live says, what this week has taught me, truly, my lesson this week: be patient. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. That's what this week has taught me. And the way I was consistently reminded of that lesson, even before this live, I almost started spiraling and started telling myself all of these stories, all of these negative things about what I didn't do, how I'm not showing up. Like, no, no, sis, actually, just be patient. It's okay. It's okay. You're becoming someone you haven't been before. Sometimes she gets on live at 9, sometimes she gets on live at 9:30, sometimes she don't even get on live. When I was in therapy this week, I'm so grateful for therapy. For so long, I told myself, I don't need therapy. Like, I'm really good at self reflection and, taking critical feedback and criticism and applying it to my life and all the things. And I read the self help books. I don't need therapy. If there hasn't been one great thing that I've done for myself in my whole 30 plus years of living, aside from the children, marriage, and all those things, but like therapy, game changer. And my therapist is centered on mindfulness. And the way she allows me to come out of my head, get into my body, and learn to trust myself, it is, well, not even learn to trust myself, practice trusting myself. Because that's the thing. Like, we have it. We have the answers. Sometimes you just need that community, that support to just bring it out of you. So peace, Carolyn. Thank you so much for joining. Um yeah, this week I have been reminded to be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. Um and so yeah, I was about to spiral about, not being on live a particular time, not doing the challenge thing, right? We're here. It's okay. It's all okay. So I'm trying to, do and refine my practice when it comes to showing up live. It's interesting because I have been on YouTube for nearly 2 decades. I've had, there's been versions of me where I've come on YouTube effortlessly. There's been version of me where it's just like every time I go to hit the go live button or submit a video, I'm just like so anxious and scared. Like it never, I won't say it never gets easier, but it is a practice, right? And so in this version of me, creating video content, going live, being vulnerable, it is new. So I'm just being patient. So one of the things that I'm trying to iterate right now with coming on live is to, just have some points that we're going to touch on, not just last week was a doozy. Okay, I might even delete last week's video because of what my shirt was on backwards. Like, all I look like what I've been through last week. So this week we have some points. I got 3 points, or just 3 tidbits that I want to share with you from our week. Um, Thanks, Zen. Peace to you too. Listen, I'm leaning into authenticity and just listen. Once upon a time, I'd be tripping out like I got a little, I got a newborn. Well, she's not newborn, but she's almost one. And the way she's entering toddlerhood and just messes are her jam right now. No pun intended. I would have changed my shirt, had the earrings to my makeup. Listen, what you're gonna get at this 9:30 at night is little red lip, and I gotta wash my face when we're done. So I am grateful that you received me and all of my just muchness. So three things I want to share today. The first one, when it comes like to being patient with yourself, one of the things that for me illuminated my patience was planning, lack thereof, and planning. So, how many of you have a planner, agenda book, if you will, just a space where you can write things down? I, for one, I'm absolutely a if it's not written down, it doesn't exist type of girly. So, and I've had planners consistently. Like I still have my planner, I'm gonna say from 20, how was my son? 2014, 2013. Still have my planner. This is 2023 planner. And I feel like I usually, you saw that, like I start off good. We got the color coding, we got the things, and we start getting to the end of the year. It's like, jump back in. No, we don't finish up, right? So planning, I feel like it's something I need, but it's also something that kind of escapes me, like the practice of it. Well, y'all, I done found a planner that works. Ooh, when I tell you, I love her. This planner is incredible. And I say that because she's full. She is full. Okay. There may be a couple of days that are not done, but for the most part, she is filled up. And I'm grateful because it was undated. So usually when I have a planner that is like by year, those times they just, who told you this week doesn't work for me to fill it in? But when I get to pick the weeks, the days, I can get it filled. Well, come to find out, y'all, this planner has been working for me for the majority of the year. I've had it since January. And I did not know that it had 6 months of pages. Yes, we're in the 9th month. It's okay. But come to find out, there's only 6 months of planning. So I had to, because I filled it, I was like running out of stuff. I'm like, I only have 1 week left of space and 1 week left of planning. I had to buy another one. And I bought another one because I love it. It's this system is incredible. Well, this is the what is this? I think it's called antidote planter. Well, one practice here that reminded me to be patient when becoming someone I haven't been before is this practice I started after seeing it on um, socials, is to share on the calendar, like the calendar part of it, something every day that brought you joy and delight. And I started doing that and tracking it and just reflecting on the joys or the delights, like what brought me joy for the day. That small win, it just reminded me, like, you're taking steps. Take small steps. It's okay. You don't have to do it all at once, because I'm definitely, if there's a mountain to be moved, we're not going to just chip away at it. We're going to lift the whole mountain. And who can do that? So, say all that to say, as you're becoming someone that you haven't been before, ground yourself in the daily, like the small things. What's bringing you joy? What habits have you formed? What habits need improvement? Just jot it down, right? That just, reflecting on my practice allowed me to see that I deserve to plan. Planning is good for me and it fills me up. I will also say the duality in things, right? Like what a great practice that is. Personal practice. I'm also homeschooling my sixth grader, and you want to talk about a humbling experience? Humbling hearing your 11-year-old tell you this is boring. This is nope. I don't like the real time feedback with the unhinged filter. Is humbling. And I will say that in homeschooling, planning, having patience with planning, like I'm building our homeschool binder as we are in practice of homeschooling, but I'm giving myself the permission and grace to say, I've never homeschooled sixth grade. I don't like you're at a different cognitive ability, your social needs are different, your education and common core and the state of the world is different. I just grace. Grace is what's needed here. So just being patient with planning. Um, you know, that was it was a lesson for me. And a quick little I would say sidebar. What has served you this week? If you could think about even, as you're becoming someone you haven't been before, you haven't been the person that is in September 5th of 2025. What is currently serving this version of you? If you could put it in the chat, what's serving you right now? Just curious. One of the things I think, in addition to patience, that's been serving me lately is trusting my intuition. Because if you're a woman, that's a practice. Sometimes we have that gut feeling that just like, ooh, I shouldn't do that. I should go here. I should do this. We hear it, but we don't listen. And then it's like, dang, when was the last time I disregarded my intuition and it set me up? Think about that question. When was the last time I didn't trust my intuition and it set me up? Zen says, I took the day off just for me. My me time and self care served me. Yes. Yes. It's a thing. It's absolutely a thing. And taking time for yourself, as I feel like I was taught that is so, it could be so selfish. And, you have to find the right time. Nah, just make the time. You took the day off. Okay. You take what you need, do it for you. So absolutely. Um, Intuition. So y'all know AI is like in everything, literally everything, things that it shouldn't even be in. I feel like it's in. Like I'm just like, why do you have that here? Why do we need that in this? Well, you know, well, maybe you don't know. I'm in the process of dissolving my business, as painful as that is. And one of the things that I'm like continuing to maintain despite having to dissolve my business is my hair care products and my hair care line, just keeping it small batch, not having plans to go to like a manufacturer or a co-packer, none of that stuff, just small batch, handmade, wholesome products. Well, of course, I feel like now that there's an influx in AI when it comes to customer interaction, meaning if you need support with a business, once upon a time, you would call that business, you would email that business, you would, maybe get on a chat with said customer service for that business. Well, now everything is being automated to whereas doing any one of those things, they lead you down the same path to an AI agent, bot, some type of artificial intelligence. Well, I am I'm heavy right now, and again, dissolving, like, closing a business is so much, it's so difficult actually. Close at least a corporation. I don't know about LLC, but closing a corporation is, this is a job in and of itself. I'm in deep in closing the business, parenting, homeschooling, you know, prioritizing me in this postpartum season. Well, I'm aware of AI and I try to keep like a pulse on it, but I have not made the time and space to implement any AI in my business. And a competitor, let me not say competitor, a peer, that's the word, a peer in the industry, just randomly, checking her out, seeing what she's up to, go on her website, and then I go on her website and I'm like, ooh, it's an AI. It says, oh, let me know if you need help. And so I typed some things in there as if I was a customer trying to buy something, and the answers were amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. And then the negative conversation started going, just like, oh, you don't have one, you're failing behind, you're like, all these things started going through my mind. And spirit, intuition said, it's okay, your time will come, what's for you will not pass you. And I just let it go, trusted my intuition. Do you know, I want to say not even 2 days later, I get onto my um, email platform, but I use for my, what do you call that? Customer relationship management, CRM tool. The AI agent tools are built into what I'm already paying for. It's all right there. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I too can have one. I too can implement this in my business if I, make the space to do it. It is right here. And that feels so good to me because I had patience, trusted my intuition. I let it go. I didn't allow, fear or jealousy or just lack to take over. And as a result, I am abundant. So just intuition, trusting my intuition this week really just felt so good. And also I'm reading Frequency, which I think we talked about a couple weeks ago. And it just talks about how in this era that we are in with the AI and the like 4D and um, just how rapidly everything is moving. What is necessary is for you to be in touch and in tune within your body and also with your intuition. So having a practice of trusting my intuition this week was just, it brought me joy. Giselle, what's up? Yeah, it's probably been a minute. I had a whole baby, had a whole kid, you know, locks are, in transition at this time. Um, so yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm working on coming back. Speaking of which, the third thing that I wanted to share and kind of reflect on this week is in that same vein of what this week has taught me, being patient, becoming someone you haven't been before. This version of me, again, just video, as much as I love it, I love video. I love speaking and sharing thoughts and sparking conversations or just different paradigm shifts. It also feels very heavy and difficult right now, like to pull my phone out and like record a video. It feels so hard because I'm torn with, I have this new human that we are, but for the most part, I am, because I'm with her all the time, charged with it's like programming, like just, she's only going to do what she sees, not what she hears at this time. And so I'm very aware of the way I move. And I strive not to be on my phone and like have my device in my hand all the time and have it in her face. And with that being said, creating video content, it feels like, I don't say I got to sneak off and do it, but it's just like I have to be strategic and I have to, it's like there's some resistance. There's a lot of resistance there. So to get in front of the resistance, or to at least move the resistance out the way, I've challenged myself starting on September 1st to do a 60-day video challenge. I don't know if you've seen the videos. Press the one if you've seen any of the videos that I've been posting on YouTube Shorts, which apparently I also need to get on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok, and people keep telling me put it on TikTok. So, are y'all on TikTok? Should I put it on TikTok? I'm probably aging myself with asking that question. But yeah, so this week I started this 60-day video challenge where I have already mapped out the topics for the 60 days and just challenge myself to record, like get in front of the camera, record a video, maybe edit it, and just post it. Just post. I'm doing my very best not to label it. So say this is the 60-day from couch to video creation. This is my stepping into, like, I don't want no labels. I don't want no names. I just want a practice. And I'm just practicing. Here's what I got to do. Let me do that. Let me post it. Trusting myself to do what I say I'm going to do. Like, it's a practice in building trust with myself and with community, with you all. So can you all trust me to deliver a video every day for 60 days? I want the answer to be yes, but I have to make it a practice to do so. Thank you, Giselle. I received that so much. And I will be very honest with you all. It is so scary. And it's so scary because one of the goals that I've had truly since I started YouTube, like I said, nearly 2 decades ago, which is wild, is to get 100,000 subscribers to my channel. So I can get that little silver YouTube push button thing for no other reason than this is a physical representation of the work that I've put in on my channel. And like 100,000 people have said, like, subscribe. And now we're in the era of people don't even subscribe to channels anymore. And so whenever I post a video and like 10 people unsubscribe, or, however many people unsubscribe from my channel, and I'm just like, I'm doing the wrong thing. This is never going to get me to my goal. That ain't true. Just, it's a practice, and just, you don't know that. Radical acceptance. You have to post these videos. You said you're going to post these videos. Post the videos. Whatever comes, whatever happens, it is supposed to be there. So this video challenge it has been challenging, but we're on day 4. I posted day 4. So you can check the channel daily to make sure I'm keeping up with what I said I'm going to do, and, building trust between you and I. And, it's just a practice in learning something, being patient, being a beginner. Listen, because I'm a beginner all over. And as much as I wanted to run from being a beginner right now, all great things have to have a beginning. And whether that, the greatness, the ebbs and flows, is okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be a beginner. Thank you. Radical acceptance, the commitment to your word, to yourself. Listen, that's the season I'm in. Okay. I'm in a season of radical acceptance, commitment, and consistency. Like I said, I want to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to stop. So that's fingers crossed, we're just going to keep going. So this week has taught me many lessons. Um, the main overarching lesson is be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. And so I offer that to you. Be patient with yourself when becoming someone you haven't been before. The version of you that wakes up prayerfully tomorrow, it's never existed. Like what can come of that? How can you just be you unapologetically and freely? What does that look like? Do that. So yeah, I'm enjoying these chats. I'm enjoying showing up on, our Thursday evenings. It's turning it into something, down the line, hopefully, but also just keeping it light, keeping it fresh. This is our like little chit chat time. If you can stay live and kick with me, I appreciate it. If you have to catch the replay, I appreciate you on the replay. Okay. Thank you for showing up. I'm trying my best to show up. So here, having you show up with me makes it all worthwhile, makes it all great. Um, Let me know in the chat if there is, or the comments, topic you want to discuss, um, questions you may have, insight you may be seeking, or just experiences you would like to share. Let me know. I can't sing. I'm not even gonna try, but you know where I was going with that. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for kicking it with me. I really appreciate that. Um, Thank you so much, Don. You've been a subscriber for a long time, 8 years. And I that is something also that I wonder and worry about, like because I niched and focused my channel for so long with only locks and hair care, like just to show up me as myself, without the doing, just being. Would that be embraced and accepted? You have no choice. Well, you do have a choice, right? Because you can unsubscribe, but I hope you subscribe and stay, and like we can grow and learn together, right? Because we're not just our hair, not just our hair, and all the content that I have about locks. It's still on my channel, and it exists in my book. You guys have the book. I see. That's another thing that I should be doing. Promoting my book, Journey Through Locks, because this was a birth in and of itself. But putting all of the wisdom, all the knowledge, yes, on my channel, yes, in my blog, yes, in my courses and programs, but distilling it into a book so you can have it, you can reference it. It has the what do you call this? The index, so you can like see the pages that all the things are on, and always have it with you, because the internet go out or social media goes down or what have you, like you have what you need to care for your hair, your locks, yourself, um, and Journey Through Locks. And that's available on Amazon. The audiobook is on Audible, it's on iTunes. You can get the ebook, all the platforms, all the versions. So Giselle says there is only one way for you to find out if branching out works. Branch out and try. Exactly. I know lots of people will accept rebranding. Yeah. Listen, I'm good for rebranding and a pivot, okay? Sometimes there's a pivot in one's life that is necessary. It is. It really is. Thank you, Tasha. Tasha says, I just finished your book on Audible. And thank you for that, by the way. I receive you. Thank you. I receive you purchasing the book and sharing your feedback about it. So thank you so much. But yeah, y'all, it's always great to connect. Again, leave me a comment if there's something you'd want us to chat about. Otherwise, prayerfully we'll be here next Thursday evening. All right. And one day I'm gonna send out a notification reminder for it. One day. But we're having patience. We're being patient as we're becoming someone we haven't been before. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for your time and your presence. I appreciate you. And I'll talk to you next week. But you'll see, come to the channel every day. Okay. New video every day. And as always, I wish you peace, love, and good vibes.